Here it is, Thursday, April the 30th, about 1:30 in the afternoon. This time of the year, the southwest wind starts blowing anywhere from about the southwest to south-southwest. And that means it blows directly into the harbor. Well, where you're looking basically in the picture now, I'll zoom in a little. On the left is the land, and then there's an open space, which is a pretty shallow reef in that open space all the way across to the island on the right, which you can see over here. And going further to the right is the open channel coming into Subic Bay. But it doesn't matter because the wind is blowing strong enough so that the space across the water from the land out there in the distance to where I am on the mooring is about 7 miles. The wind is blowing between 15 and 20 knots right now. And that's enough distance to pick up these waves that you're seeing. They get up to about 3 foot high. It starts around noon, continues to about 4 to 5 in the afternoon. Last year, this southwest wind didn't start until about the middle of May. This year, it started about the middle of April. So, unless conditions moderate, it's like this almost every day. From the wind starts up around noon, continues to blow until about 5. So it gets a little bouncy sitting out here. As the season progresses through June and July, the wind gets even stronger and the waves get bigger, to the point where it's dangerous to try to land the dinghy on the beach. Somewhere around the beginning of June, Tomo will take the floating bar and disconnect it from its anchoring, its mooring system, and take it over where the yacht club is and store it until November when they bring it back. To give you an idea what that means, is there is the dive barge, and next to it is the floating bar. Now, between the motion on Sunshine and the motion on the floating bar, you can see the waves are almost cresting high enough where they actually splash over the floor in the floating bar. And other than the structural damage, this constant rocking on the floating bar may cause, the fact that the water actually comes up over the floor on the cresting waves is also one of the reasons that the floating bar gets moved from this location, because it's no longer safe for the floating bar, the ladies, or the tenants of the resort, or any visitors that want to come out here to the floating bar. Of course, the people on the beach love it. The kids love it because they get to come out and splash around and play in the waves. But for the floating bar and a lot of boating activities, it's not that great because the seas are very choppy. They're very short or close together. So it causes a lot of motion if you're out there trying to zip around. Even the jet skis don't often come out when the seas are this bouncy, because basically you just get pounded trying to go fast in a jet ski with the seas in this condition. Anyway, that's one of the reasons that I am leaving Subic and heading back to Carmen, because the only time I ever get waves this big in the bay in Carmen is maybe in a typhoon. The normal breezes rarely kick up waves over a foot high.